You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles.
Conor McGregor, known as one of the most notorious fighters of all time, has established himself as one of the best in the game. Although his upbringing wasn't the easiest, his hard work and perseverance has gotten him to become a household name. Conor is a man who knows his worth and is not afraid of letting the world know. He has continuously claimed his worth to be $4.3 billion, which ironically is the worth of the UFC and nearly all of the press conferences he has attended. McGregor, born in Dublin, Ireland to parents Tony and Mags, was claimed to be born with clenched fists. During McGregor's walks to school, he was constantly bullied, and this experience was enough to convince him to defend himself.
I was walking down the street and something happens to someone, something, you know what I mean? I walk by a group of people and they're saying something, and things like that happened a few times, you know what I mean? And then I said, right, this I'm going to go up there, I'm going to go and train. Anyone says that to me, then they're going to know about it, you know what I mean? That's how I started.
McGregor never had an interest in school and focused his attention on the Crumlin Boxing Club and rather went to trade school to learn the craft of plumbing. Conor did that as a means to make a living while focusing his efforts mostly on becoming a better fighter. There were instances where McGregor worked 12-hour shifts before heading to the gym. It was during this period where he met his long-term girlfriend, Dee Devlin. Conor eventually decided to quit plumbing and focus his efforts completely on fighting, a decision his parents disapproved of. However, little did they know what Conor was capable of doing. Conor's first MMA match was on March 8, 2008 for the London-based promotion Cage Warriors, defeating his opponent Gary Morris by TKO in the second round. Eventually, Conor began his reign that took him to international fame. Conor was eventually noticed by UFC on April 6, 2013. McGregor made his UFC debut against Marcus Burmage, winning by knockout in the first round. Ironically, just before this match, McGregor had to pick up a welfare check for €188 to get him by. Conor's prize money for the win? $60,000. Eventually, Conor grew and developed as an individual and claimed the UFC Featherweight Championship against Chad Mendes. Fast forward to December 12, 2015, McGregor knocked out Jose Aldo in just 13 seconds, the fastest finish ever to a UFC title. McGregor's first UFC loss of his career came after his welterweight fight with Nate Diaz. Despite the loss, McGregor pocketed $22 million that year and became the only mixed martial artist to appear on the Forbes list of 100 highest paid athletes. However, Conor's biggest payday came from his fight with Floyd Mayweather, earning a rumored amount of $100 million. Now, some can say Conor's arrogance and ego was getting to his head.
Does this mic work? Well then, that mic.
Things began to turn ugly for McGregor after his fight with Khabib, who became the champion of the lightweight division during his absence. It can be noted that Conor really became humble after that fight. Eventually, nonetheless, McGregor faced accusations and lawsuits for his behavior during that period, including the infamous bus attack. McGregor's downfall continued as he faced more legal action, including being arrested after slapping a phone out of a fan's hand and stepping on it. McGregor has also reportedly punched an elderly man in a pub after he refused taking a shot of Conor's whiskey. Conor has also had 2 accusations of sexual assault against him. Now, does Conor truly condemn his actions?
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
After his hiatus, Conor was a changed man. He had more of a passion for fighting, such as his 40-second fight against Donald Cerrone Cowboy. However, it seems his focus isn't as strong in the game. His trash-talking has also exacerbated the extent of his defeat, being more ridiculed for his losses, including his recent fight with Dustin Poirier. Conor recently lost his fight in the UFC 257 to Dustin Poirier, and it was obvious he didn't seem to have the same energy he once did. And after his knockout, the internet was quick to troll him. So the question is Conor done, or is this the start of his reign to become a champion one last time before he retires for good? It's hard to know, but I guess time will tell.
Da 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 da.
It's the DO double G.